for you.
Madison?
It came to my house, but it says it's from Madison.
Really?
Yeah.
Bring it in here. How you doing, Madison?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm having a hard time opening up these boxes. Do you mind?
Oh, I think I can help you.
The guys at Madison are going to love this video. You know that? Seeing you here at the FFCA.
I mean, Wisconsin's defense, they're not going to give you good effort. They're going to give you great effort.
I love great effort.
So do I.
God. Any last words?
I mean, Luke Fickell, he's going to get those guys to pound the rock.
My God. Go Badgers! Let's go, Bucky. Madison, Wisconsin. All from Madison Bissett. Well, thanks for coming, Madison. It was quite a coincidence.
I had a great time. Thank you.
You take that hat. Tell your dad I said hello. I'll see him on the links tomorrow.
Will.
All right. Take care.
Are you guys going over wide receivers?
Yeah.
What are you doing with Travis Hunter?
Travis Hunter. Well, our expert's making him a defensive back, so we're not going to make him a wideout.
You also have Luther Burden way too low.
What are you talking about? You been watching these guys?
I've been doing my research.
Really? You think Burden's too low?
Yeah.
Come on back. You got a couple minutes? Can you sit there with us? Hey, Bobby, come in here. Madison's going to go over the wideouts with us.
Hi, I'm Madison Bissett. I'm John's next door neighbor, and I'm an influencer and model. I got a box sent to my house from Madison, Wisconsin. I'm assuming they think it's for me, but it's John's box, so I came to deliver it. I hear him all the time yelling about these receivers next door, and I wanted to come give him my fresh take because he might be getting a little up there. I think I can teach him a few things about how the game has changed.
All right, Bobby, we got our guest, Madison Bissett, here. She's been studying these. I like as much opinion as possible, and you and I have been doing this for years. This is a really important position, as you know, to me. And I just like to start with Travis Hunter. I mean, look at my shirt. Look at this. The Heisman Trophy winner. I love Travis Hunter. What are we going to do with him? What are you going to do with him? Receiver, corner, both? What's your thinking?
Man. Well, I love him at both. I think he's elite at both, but man, I love him as a cornerback. That's where he started. He's gotten better from year to year. I think that size will improve, and I think his play strength has improved. I see him as a cornerback, coach.
Well, what do you think of that, Madison?
I think he's crazy
Why?
because he has 96 catches for 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, and he's dynamic. He's a wide receiver.
Bobby, I mean, I coached Woodson coming out. You know, he played both ways. I coached against Chris Gamble. He played both ways at Ohio State. He played corner for the Panthers. Woodson predominantly played corner. I'm going to agree with Madison. Put him up at the top.
Let's go with Madison.
Yeah, but Madison, he's got to be the number one guy. Don't you think, Bobby? I mean,
She makes a pretty compelling case,
this
coach.
guy's a
I
freak.
think so too.
He's our number one guy in the whole draft. All right, now let's get into the next receivers, Bobby. Who do you like?
Number one, I'm going to go, this is a slam dunk for me. I don't get why he'd be dropping at all, as he has over the months. Tetaroa McMillan, or as I call him, Pterodactyl McMillan. 6'4", 219 pounds. He is a human highlight reel, okay? One-handed snag against UTEP. You go check that out, okay? He's sponsored by Sharpie, all right? You sniff a Sharpie long enough, it's like watching his film. You'll get a little hot, okay?
That's a good one, Bobby. I like that.
Yeah. So this guy, a lot of comparisons, being compared to Drake London, because he's got that 50-50 contest catch artist ability. I actually like him a little bit more like who also ran a little bit slower and they didn't like as much. A guy named Mike Evans. Very fluid in the hips, great route runner.
Wow.
I think this guy's going to be special if we figure out how to get him off the line of scrimmage.
213 catches, over 3,400 yards, 26 touchdowns, a lot of production. What do you think?
I mean, I think he has to improve his releases.
Well, he's got to improve his releases. You got to admit, our guy Travis Hunter did pretty good against him.
Yeah, I will say, Madison, once again, you are making very good points.
Who's number two, Bobby? Who do you have as number two?
Okay, Aman Egbuka, okay? Now, a lot of guys, I've been hearing about this, 6'1", 202 pounds, very physical wide receiver. I've been hearing people knock his athletic traits, okay? They say, oh, he's a high IQ guy and stuff like that, which he is. But I don't know, when I see him take a screen from his side of the field to the end zone or beat Oregon, who has a very good secondary on deep fades, I go, oh, that guy's got a huge brain. That's how he did it, right? No, this guy is the real deal. Character guy, I hear too. In Tampa, I got some friends. They work at this charity called Instruments for Life. When you get around these guys, high energy, high vibes, right? That's like Egbuka. I think he's gonna be a difference in your locker room, your building, and your community. I want this guy on my team. I don't like him, John. I love him.
He's got some return ability. We had Will Howard in here. Will Howard loves him. Thinks he's a go-to guy. 2 1,000-yard seasons, and they got a history of producing great receivers at Ohio State.
I tell you what, and a lot of people compare him to Jackson Smith and Jigba. I would actually compare him to another Ohio State guy that I like, Terry McLaurin. A little bit of Terry McLaurin in his game and a little bit of Amon Ra. I think
You're talking Terry McLaurin and Mike Evans to start the meeting.
I know.
Hold on, Millie.
I know.
Okay.
I mean, 24 touchdowns. He knows how to put the ball in the end zone.
Does he have 24?
Yeah.
Okay, who's number 3, Bobby?
Okay, this is going to draw some eyebrows, maybe a little debate here, but I'm going to go with Kyle Williams. 5'11", 190 from Wazoo, okay? This guy, his thing, what we need in the NFL, John, I know what you love, release. I love getting off that line of scrimmage, right?
Yes, yep.
This guy's release is quicker than Donald Trump's release after 34 counts of shoddy paperwork, okay? Kyle Williams gets off the line like a vapor. He's insane. He's got yak ability, he can stack defenders, he's got nuance, he's got tempo, and the speed at 4.4, sub 4.4, I believe, if you look at his play film, can gear up, can gear down, can take it to the house. He can change things for a team in a heartbeat, John.
248 catches. There's a lot of production, man.
Yes, sir.
Number 2 at Washington State. You know, you don't hear about this guy. Pullman, Washington is a long way away from home.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Madison.
I mean, he can play the slot. He can play X. He's versatile.
I like versatility, guys that can do numerous things.
I love him.
That might be the best thing I got out of that. Okay, Bobby, let's see who number 4 is.
All right, 4, Matthew Golden from Texas. Very similar size at 5'11", 191 to Kyle Williams. What I love about this guy is how he snaps off routes. He snaps off the breaks. He's going to kill teams in the intermediate.
You like this guy too?
Maybe not a wide catch radius. Not going to bail out the quarterback necessarily all the time, but I think his potential's through the roof. John, you would love this guy because you turned me around to him. The way he came back against Arizona State, 4th and 13.
Clutch, man. I mean, you know, the guy transfers in from Houston. He comes in there. He's a quick study. Sark does a great job with that offense. The guy runs routes. He's not catching all these bubble screens. 58 catches, almost 1,000 yards. And we had Quinn Ewers sitting right here. And just like Will Howard loved his guy, Ewers loves this guy. What else you got on him?
Well, Matthew Golden ran a 4.29 at the combine.
What else you need to hear?
I don't know if that film speed shows off, but he proved that he can do it at the combine. Man, I like this guy a lot. He was a late riser, but I think the sky's the limit with him, Coach.
He reminds me of Stephon Diggs, and I think you'd love him.
Stephon Diggs? You think Golden's like Stephon Diggs?
I do.
You might have to move him up, Bobby.
Maybe. Also, another thing you'll love about him, punt returner.
Well, I mean,
28 returns.
we always move guys up a half a point if they're punt returners because I know they're tough and I know they're good after the catch. And she said Stephon Diggs and punt return. I love Golden. Okay, who's number 5?
Okay, I got Jalen Knoll, not Noel Knoll. I remember that because I am a Seminole and I love this guy. I call him Denzel Washington. 5'10", 194 pounds.
Why do you call him that?
Because he is a man on fire. He is running
That's
routes.
really freaking funny, man.
He is
You ever see The Equalizer?
I have.
I would call him The Equalizer.
Equalizer.
Yeah.
Vertical route running off the charts. This guy is going to be an offensive
He's
coordinator.
number 13, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He's going to be an offensive coordinator's dream because he's going to stretch the defense. He runs routes at probably higher than any speed I see by DBs of any of these guys in this draft. Now, there's not a lot of yak in his game, short catch radius, but boy, defenses are going to have a nightmare with this guy.
Did you see him go up against that double coverage against North Dakota and snatch it in the crowd?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you think he's a slot receiver, but then he showcases some playmaking down the field like a big wideout.
Yeah.
Did you see him in the Senior Bowl?
No.
I know you love receivers that play in the Senior Bowl.
He played in the Senior Bowl?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
This guy. You know, when you play in the Senior Bowl, you're a real player, man.
I agree.
Thanks for pointing that out. Who's number 6?
Number 6, coach, is Trey Harris, Ole Miss. Trey
You
Harris
know,
is,
this guy is something else, man. Is he hurt?
he's, about as available as your long-distance ex-girlfriend sometimes.
What's that mean? Is it?
Not very available sometimes.
Well, that's why he's 6 then, because when he plays,
Unbelievable.
he makes memorable catches. Did you see the twitchy yards after the catch on that quick screen to beat LSU a couple years ago?
Yes, sir.
God. Go ahead on Trey Harris.
Trey Harris, 6'2", 205 pounds. He has some A.J. Brown to his game from what I see. Fluid in space, can glide past guys at the next level. And like you said, very twitchy, can gear up and gear down in the screen game. We need to see a little bit improvement in the intermediate routes. I would say the in breakers, we didn't see a lot of them. That's not really what the Ole Miss offense asked him to do. But when he was asked to do it, I thought he did it fairly well. Like you said, Coach, availability is going to be a big key with this kid, all right? And we need to develop his route tree in intermediate routes, deep corners, and comebacks.
Make a note on that, Madison, will you? Let's look into his injuries. You know, not only the games that he missed, let's see how much practice he missed. We can't have that, you know?
You should see him on these 50-50 balls on the red line.
Huh. Jackson Dart sure liked him. You're right, he does make a lot of plays down the field. God, this guy's gonna be tough. Number 7, who you got?
Luther Burden III, 6 foot, 206 pounds. I know I'm gonna get cooked for this one. I'm gonna get cooked on the internet.
How can you have him that low, man?
Too low.
Too low?
Yes.
Did you watch him 2 years ago before Brady Cook was hurt? Did you watch him?
A lot of production. But Coach, I know what you look for in a player. I'll get to that in a second. Let's talk about the positive, okay? Electric, dynamic with the ball in his hands. The screens, the fades, big situations. He was coming up with Missouri. He was Missouri's offense. And like you said, Brady Cook was dealing with a wrist injury this year, and the backup, you know, it wasn't quite what Luther Burden had the year before. Where he loses me, Coach, is when he doesn't have the ball. As a route runner, you love route runners. We need guys not jogging through routes. We need them not loafing through routes, not loafing through the blocking assignments. He has showed effort at times, but it's way too inconsistent for me at this time.
I don't like to hear that negativity. I agree, there are times where you feel him disappear, but boy, when you watch a Kansas State film, then you see him get down the field against Georgia, he's a nightmare. You like nightmares, don't you?
Always.
I think Burden's way too low. You'd agree with that?
Of course I'd agree with that.
Where do you think he's ahead of Trey Harris or behind him?
Ahead.
Yeah, let's move him up, Bobby. Move him up. I agree with Madison. He's out there every
I'm shocked.
Saturday. He's a 6. Madison won that. Who's number 8?
Number 8 for me, Coach, is Jack Besh. 6'1", 214 pounds, one of my favorite players. You're gonna love this
TCU,
guy.
right?
TCU.
Did you watch the Senior Bowl?
Oh yeah. I had a front row seat, Coach. Jack Besh, MVP of my Senior Bowl and MVP of the overall Senior Bowl, according to everyone else as well.
MVP of life, what he went through.
Yeah.
This guy here deserves, I mean, all our prayers, and God bless this kid, but he is a hell of a football player. Give me some technical stuff on him, will you?
Yeah, you mentioned that, Coach, and I'm going to be honest with you, he's going to play with a chip on his shoulder the rest of his life, but he played with a chip on his shoulder even before that. He can do everything for you. He is an inline block. You could line him up at tight end if you wanted to. You could line him up on the X if
What's the official size?
He is 6'1", 214 pounds. Mm-hmm. He is the hot sauce on your top ramen, you Besh. That's what I'm talking about, Kendrick Lamar, okay? Jack Besh, you're gonna want him on your team. Locker room, everything included. He can find the soft spot in zones for you.
Okay, so what does Jack Besh run? Any idea?
No, he didn't run at the combine, and that's kind of where I knock him down, Coach, because it's probably a good idea he didn't run the 40.
Well, we got to find out what he ran on his pro date.
Yeah.
They do have individual workouts. We got to find out what the speed is. You can't deny he's a really good football player.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach.
So you don't have anything on Besh at the combine, anything?
Actually, he ran a 4.55 at his pro date, and this guy can really stick his foot in the ground. He's sudden.
I like guys that can really get out of their breaks like that. 4.55, put up there 4.55, will you, Bobby? Okay, what do you have on number 9 here? Let's go over Higgins at Iowa State. He and your guy Jalen
Null.
They are together at Iowa State. Coach
Yes,
Campbell's done a hell of a job. I love their quarterback, Becht. Rocco's a hell of a player. Go ahead on Higgins.
All right, Coach. Jaden Higgins, 6'4", 214 pounds. Tell you what, if you like Tate McMillan, you'll like Jaden Higgins, okay? If you love Tate McMillan, you'll love Jaden Higgins. A lot of similar traits. Huge wingspan. I think the biggest in the draft. And you can tell that on tape because he doesn't get a lot of separation, but when it doesn't really matter because he reaches around, he walls off defenders. I like this availability on the outside. Not quite the suddenness you want in and out of breaks.
He's a possession receiver, isn't
Possession. I know that scares you a little bit, doesn't it?
No, I don't know. It doesn't scare me. Is there any big playability here?
He's got very late hands. I love him on the slot fades. I think there is big playability. One-on-one against the corners. Another guy with very good release.
Higgins is a tough one for me. Anything?
I mean, I just don't see much after the catch, and I just question his playing strength.
That's a good point.
Good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Okay. And who rounds out the top 10, Bobby?
Well, number 10, aka number 11, Alec Ayumaner.
I love this guy. Number 13 at Stanford?
Yes, sir. 6'2", 206. And let me tell you, still a young buck. Redshirt sophomore, okay? You'd love to get your hands on him. You know why? I don't know if the football IQ is there yet, but the football character is.
Man, you see him block. You see
He
this guy 2 years
blocks like
ago?
a mother.
Did you see what he did against Colorado 2 years ago at Colorado? He had
Yes, sir.
13 catches for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, this guy is a great competitor.
Yes, sir.
What are the measurables? What are the things you like about him, Bobby?
6'2", 206, like I said, I think he's actually shows very good range.
Yep.
Drop rate concerning a little bit and inconsistent at the contested catch point. But I think he's got a little burst and wiggle at him. I think he plays physical. I think he's kind of deceptive when he gets deep in routes. And you saw that against Travis Hunter against Colorado.
Yeah, he does a lot of good things. It looks easy for him. What do you think?
I mean, the man's just a polished route runner.
I'm speechless. Okay. Okay, Madison, we have Bobby's top 10. There's a list of guys over here on the right that you wanted us to just talk about. Is there anybody on the right that should be in your top 10?
I mean, Savon Williams is my guy. I don't know why he's not in your top 10.
He's like Cordell Patterson. What do you like about the guy?
I mean, this guy has great potential. He plays running back mostly. He's 6'4", 220. This guy can run.
God, who does he remind you of?
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not on that list.
Would you put him ahead of Higgins and Besh?
I think I would.
Yeah. Let's put Savon Williams
I know
up
how
there.
this is going to go.
A good coach like you would get the most out of him.
Well, thank you. Why is Savon Williams 6'4", 220? He runs 4.48. And this guy he's kind of a joker. I'm not sure he really knows how to play receiver yet, but what do you think about what she said there?
Brings up a lot of points. And I would more lean towards the Cordell Patterson comp there. I do think what really is concerning is over 11% career drop rate. I know you don't like guys that can't catch the ball. That's what I heard. That's a big part of receiving.
I saw the drop down the field against Baylor where they blew the coverage. He's wide open. You know, sometimes there are concentration drops. You know, maybe that was a lack of concentration. But boy, does he look the part.
Yeah, I would also say take a shot on the upside at some point. I do agree with him.
Yeah, I think Savion's very interesting. Is there anybody else that would be in the top 10 in your top 10, Madison?
I mean, KLS, is that Keandre Lambert-Smith?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? He's not in your top 10?
We had him in here too, Madison. He's a great kid. We like him.
I love him.
Why do you like him so much?
50 catches, 980 yards.
Yeah, at Auburn. I had a hard time throwing it this year.
He also played at Penn State for 4 years.
I forgot that.
I mean, speed, change of direction, hands, versatile. I mean, come on, what else do you want?
And he's healthy, and we know him personally.
This guy has it.
Badass. What do you think, Bobby?
I think he's got a lot of upside. I think he's very shifty and elusive after the catch. He helps his QB out. He comes back to him, bails him out a lot of the time. Production, not off the charts. I think he needs more of an opportunity, Coach. I would agree with a lot of the things you said.
I mean, I love this guy.
Let's put him in there ahead of. I agree with Madison. Let's move him up. Let's move him in there put him under Higgins. Box Higgins and KLS together. I agree with Madison again.
I am
thank you.
beyond surprised.
Yeah, you should be my personnel director when I come back.
I agree.
And then finally, as we wrap this up, Bobby, I know every year you've given me a sleeper, and for the fans out there that see this, your sleeper 4 years in a row has made the 53. All the fantasy fans, I just want to hear who your sleeper is, and I'm going to give you mine.
Got you, Coach.
Who you got?
It's been an absolute pleasure working with you, by the way,
Thank
Madison.
you.
I'm going to go with my boy, Ethan Chisholm.
Chisholm at Eastern Washington?
I don't know any other wide receivers that played there. Do you, Coach?
Yes, Cooper Kupp, I believe,
that's
played
right.
there.
I totally forgot. No, I didn't.
On the red field. So who is this guy?
F all those DBs. I don't know how to pronounce his name. This guy is electric. I saw him at the Shrine Bowl. I've loved him since. I've watched that tape on the red turf. I can't get enough. The turf is giving me a migraine, but so are those movement skills. Give me all the Chisholm.
Any size, speed on the guy, official, any height, weight, speed?
Official?
Yes.
Well, didn't get invited to the combine, so I don't know how official
Did not
it's
get
gonna
invited
be.
to the combine.
No, 5'11", 200 pounds. I think that's being a little bit generous.
Madison, what do you got on Chisholm?
I mean, he ran a 4.71.
What? He ran a 4.71?
A 4.71. I mean, coming from the Raiders, that's just not going to work.
I don't know, Coach.
Bobby.
Do you like over 300 receptions? Do you over like 10,000 yards? Do you like 7,000 touchdowns in his career at Eastern Washington? Take a chance on the guy.
I love him too, man. His film is special. Maybe that 40 crap isn't real. We got to get to the bottom. Make a note. Let's look
Just
up.
ask Xavier Restrepo.
Let's look up Chisholm, see if he reran, if that's accurate. A lot of times these scouts are not always right either.
Do you know who had almost the exact same time?
Who?
I don't know. I can't think of
Was it Jerry Rice?
Was it Cooper Kupp?
Well, that just goes to show you. All right, I'm going to give you my sleeper now. I'll put this up here.
Yes, sir.
This is a young man that I know personally. He's been in here at the FFCA. His name is Arian Smith. He plays at the University of Georgia.
Go
This
Dogs.
guy can roll, man. This guy runs sub 4.3.
Go
I know
Dogs.
he has some catch issues, some hands, some drops, but I have seen this guy working his ass off. This guy can change directions. He has rare acceleration. He can do the one thing you can't coach, man. He can rip the top off and he will strike fear in people. He's got some strength. He's from right here in the state of Florida. I know what I'm getting. I'm getting an everyday worker that's going to get better and better and better. And his effort is going to help everything catch up. And when he comes into his own, Arian Smith is my guy. You know, you got Chisholm as your sleeper. I got Arian Smith. I love speed. I love big guys at that position. Who's your sleeper? Do you have a sleeper, Madison?
My sleeper's Daquan Felton
Ooh,
from
I like
Virginia
him.
Tech. The guy's a monster. He snatches the ball. He's 6'5", 213.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
He's here. He's been in our office. He is every bit of 6'5". What do you think of him in the red zone?
I love him in the red zone. I love the guy. I mean, he's great.
Daquan Felton. He's your sleeper. I kind of like Felton, too. I like Felton better than Chisholm. I agree with Madison again.
Way.
Are you surprised?
Yeah. Hey,
I
this
am
was
in
a great exercise.
Absolute disbelief.
Madison, thanks for opening up my box. Thanks for helping
Thank
me.
you for
and
having me.
Thanks for straightening us out on these wideouts.
Color me shocked.